10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the Grand Akeem channel. Big day on the channel, DFB-Pokal final. Should be a great game. Players just walked out on the pitch. Looks like they're about to get ready here at the Olympiastadion in Berlin. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Let's get the spiel done before this game kicks off. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner. Click the bell icon so you're notified when I go live. Smash the like button as well if you want. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Grand Akeem. The Insta and TikToks at Grand_Akeem. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all of those links are in the video description. Before I forget, let me add a poll to let me know who you guys think is going to win. Forgot to do that. I think it's going to be a tight game. I feel like all these domestic cup final games, they always end up being super tight. And in most cases, I feel like they almost always go to penalties. So we could be here for a little while today. There has to be a winner. If you are new to watching football, there has to be a winner in this final. There's no draws here today. If it does go past the 90 minutes and it's still tied, we will head to 30 minutes of extra time. And then if it's still tied, it goes to penalties. Let's make the poll. RB Leipzig. I forgot how to spell Eintracht. That's a hard word to spell, Eintracht. Eintracht Frankfurt. There we go. Just put a poll in the chat. I'm going... The favorites are RB Leipzig. We'll get into the history of each of these teams in this tournament. Whoops. Get rid of this. Gotta get the clock ready. Bit of a hectic start for me. I was scrambling. I forgot that these European soccer leagues, right on the button, they start at... It was a 2 p.m. Eastern start, so right on the button they always start on time. Alright, we're underway. DFB Pokal final. Leipzig, Frankfurt. There we go, clock's up and running. Let's do starting lineups here. Well, it's on your screen there, but I can tell you guys. Right, RB Leipzig, 4-4-2 formation. In goal, we got Blaswich. Backline of Henrik, Klosterman, Orban, Halstenberg. Midfield of Schoboslai, Limier, Haidara, Olmo. And then we got Werner and Nkunku up top, the dynamic duo. Also, this will be Nkunku's last game with Leipzig. He is off to Chelsea in the summer, so I'm sure he will want to go off on a high note with Leipzig. For Frankfurt, 3-4-2-1 formation. In net, Trap. Your back, a three-man back line of Tuta, Hasebe, and Dika. Midfield of Buta, Rode, So, and Max. We have Götze, Kamada. Shout out Mario Götze. Big fan of his. And then we got Muani, the lone striker up top for Frankfurt. Right, so to kind of set this up, everybody, Leipzig just pinning it around the back here. To set this up, so RB Leipzig finished third in the Bundesliga, had a 26-8 record with 66 points. They did win the DFB Pokal last season against Freiburg. That game, it was a 1-1 draw, and then it went to penalties, and then Leipzig won 5-3 on penalties. And for Leipzig, that was their first ever major trophy that they've ever won. And this is actually their fourth appearance. Yes, fourth appearance in the DFB Pokal final in the last 5 seasons. And last year is the first time that they've won it. And currently, they're on a 6-game winning streak in all competitions. So that's Bundesliga primarily. And then I think they've won 8 of their last 9 games. So RB Leipzig are the hot team right now. Players to watch for me, obviously Nkunku, 22 goals in all competitions this year. Very good striker. Chelsea, I think he got a good one there, I think. And then Timo Werner has got 5 goals in the DFB Pokal for RB Leipzig. Let's see, we got a free kick here for Leipzig. They put it across, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Right, and the last time that these teams met, just in Bundesliga action, back in September, so this is very early in the season, Leipzig lost to Frankfurt 4-0. And then in February of this year, they beat Frankfurt 2-1. Frankfurt now finished 7th in the Bundesliga with a 13-11-10 record, 50 points. They get European football for the 3rd year in a row. If they win, if Frankfurt wins, because the winner of this gets in the Europa League group stage. So if they win this, they will be in the Europa League. They won the Europa League last season. Look out. Here come Leipzig. Oh, Timo Werner. What a crap shot that was. Terrible. That's got to be better from Timo. Right at the keeper. Not much power on it. He did kind of have to open his body up to get it on frame, but I'd expect more from Timo, but that's a good first look for RB Leipzig. But back to Frankfurt. As I mentioned, they won the Europa League last season, so looking for back-to-back seasons where they've won a trophy, which has been very impressive for Frankfurt. The player to watch for me is their striker, Moani. This is a very interesting stat I found. He has more direct goal involvements than any other player in the Bundesliga, with 15 goals and 11 assists. And he has the most goals in the DFB Pokal with 6. Very impressive. So he's definitely a guy to look out for Frankfurt. And Frankfurt's last cup win was 2018, 3-1 win over Bayern Munich, which is surprising that they beat Bayern that year, but they did. But yeah, I always love doing the research before every game. It's very fascinating, the stats and all that. But yes, thank you everybody who's tuned in. I hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a good weekend. It's weird doing a watch-along for me in the afternoon because all these Bundesliga streams that we've done have been like kind of early in the morning for me. So it's nice. I feel like I'm awake and alert versus I'm in like a sleepy, daydreaming state. It's nice to watch football when you're awake. Like 100%. But yeah, get your score predictions in the chat. I think it's going to penalties. It's going to go to penalties. That's just how these things go. I'm going to go, it'll probably be low scoring as well. I'll go 1-1, and I think Frankfurt are going to win. I'm going to go 1-1, and Frankfurt are going to win. For sure. Book it right now. But we got a dangerous set piece here for Frankfurt. See what they can do here. Mario Götze's on it. They whip it in. Oh, what a save by Blaswich. I think Blaswich made the save. That was a very good cross. Very dangerous. Oh, that was just good defense. Yeah, that ball was hit in a tough spot, like for a goalie, because you don't like that was like in the gray area of whether or not you come out or not. But yeah, will be a goal kick. Good call, refs. Let's take a look at the poll. We got votes coming in for the poll. I'm curious what you guys think about this game. To do this. Right, we got 10 votes, 80%. Let's see. Jacob says, "Go Knights, go." This ain't a hockey stream, Jacob. Then the Golden Knights are not playing. It's Leipzig, Frankfurt. There we go. Now I can see the chat. 10 votes, 80% Leipzig, 20% Frankfurt. I'm in the minority. Like, I know Leipzig are favorites, but I think Frankfurt, they're a really good cup team. They're a very, very good cup team, so I'm going a 1-1 draw, and then we're going to go to penalties, and Frankfurt are going to win it. They'll win 5-4 in penalties. Be a throw in here for Leipzig. Let's talk about the path that these teams took to get here. For RB Leipzig, first round, they beat Hoffenheim 3-1. The second round, they beat Dortmund 2-0. In the semis, they beat Freiburg 5-1. And then now they're in the final. For Frankfurt, first round, they beat Darmstadt 4-2. Second round, beat Union Berlin 2-0. Semifinal, beat Stuttgart. Excuse me, burping. The smoothie makes me burp. Stuttgart, they beat Stuttgart 3-2, and now they're in the final. Here comes Frankfurt. Wow, no foul given there. Looks suspect to me. Yeah, very interesting final so far. It's been kind of end-to-end a little bit. Very frantic. Kind of like how I play FIFA. Always countering. Speaking of that, if you are new to the channel and you don't know what I do, we do watch-alongs every week on the channel for whatever, football. I'm trying to stop saying soccer. It's so written in my vocabulary, soccer. Football. We do watch-alongs for football. Sometimes we do hockey, but hockey's basically over at this point. But yeah, once a week I try and do a watch along, but during the week, Monday to Friday, we do gaming streams on the channel. Currently playing FIFA 23, AFC Richmond career mode, which has been lots of fun. Basically recreating Ted Lasso in FIFA. We did that yesterday. That was a tough stream yesterday. We couldn't buy a win in the Premier League, but we did get 2 wins in the FA Cup, and for me, that's the most important for that career mode. If we can win the FA Cup and get into Europe after the first season, I think that's a smashing success for Richmond. And then I also do Red Dead Redemption. Interested in that. That's also been fun. We also played Grand Theft Auto. We completed GTA, so you can watch the whole thing in its entirety. If you go to my YouTube homepage, everything's listed there for you. But yeah, just a place to hang out, have a good time, chill out, have a nice chat about whatever, football, sports, life stuff, whatever. I'm not an expert. I'll put my hands up and say I'm not an expert on football. I'm just a fan. And I love watching it, and I love being able to watch it with you guys, because I'm sure you guys at home are more of an expert about either of these teams than I am. I'm still learning. But yeah, of all the soccer leagues, I bet you the Bundesliga and just German soccer in general, they've got to have some of the best fan bases. It's amazing. Here's Nkunku in the box. Cross got blocked. Still Leipzig. All the fans have like black, red, and white little flags that they're waving. But yeah, the last time we did a watch-along for Leipzig was when they beat Bayern. And we all thought that was it for Bayern. Little did we know that Dortmund were going to draw it against Mainz. Oh, that's still disappointing to me. Oh, man. Bayern somehow, some way, found a way to win the title. Got to throw in here for Leipzig, kind of deep into the half of Frankfurt. Schoboslai. I like that name. Good job by Frankfurt. Frankfurt's jerseys remind me of the German national teams. I feel like it's the same colors, black and white. Here comes Frankfurt. Oh, terrible pass. Terrible. So far, the final third end product has not been there for either team. Timo Werner, cough cough. Oh, that's a bad giveaway. Here comes Frankfurt. Shot! Oh, side netting. Ooh. Terrible defending by Leipzig. You can't just give the ball away like that. That was Moani with the shot. Didn't miss by much. He almost got that on frame. Very tight angle. Yeah, also German football, or Fußball, that's how you say it in German, I guess, Fußball. Still going on. We obviously had the final today. We had the relegation playoff between Stuttgart and Hamburg. Stuttgart won the first leg 3-0. That was in Stuttgart, I believe. And now the second leg goes to Hamburg. They're down 3-0. I don't see any way out of Hamburg. And can we talk for a second about Hamburg? How just terrible and miserable that fan base probably is right now. They thought they got the job done. So basically, they're in Bundesliga 2. They got the win they needed. They thought they got promoted to the Bundesliga. But I believe it was Heidenheim. Was it Heidenheim who won? It was like the 93rd minute. They tied the game in the 93rd minute. And then 99th minute, they scored to win the game. And since Heidenheim won, they leapfrogged over Hamburg. I was blanking there for a second. Leapfrogged over Hamburg. And while that was going on, all the fans were storming the pitch, so excited that, oh, we're finally in the Bundesliga. And then Heidenheim, scored that goal to win it. And then they all realized, oh, shit, we have to go to the relegation playoff. So to go from that, you thought you were in the Bundesliga, to now you're in the relegation playoff, to now you're down 3-0 in the relegation playoff, and you're all likelihood stuck in Bundesliga 2 again. Just, that's a very tough, couple weeks for Hamburg. Yeah, but that second leg will be on Monday. If enough people want me to do a stream for it, we can. I wasn't planning on doing it, but it's up to you guys. If you want me to do a stream for it, we can. I'm free Monday afternoon. I'll be watching it anyways, so that's up to you guys. I'm definitely down. I feel like the game's kind of over. 3-0 down. They need to pull off. I've heard people say they got to pull off a Sheffield Wednesday type scenario and have a miracle and come back. I'll be asked, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing if you want. Bottom right hand corner. You don't have to, but feel free. Here's Limier in the box. He goes down. Referee says no. Yeah, I didn't think it was a penalty either. But yeah, I'm sending all my commiserations to any Hamburg fans out there. That was a very, very tough scenario and week that you had to go through. I couldn't imagine. See, we don't have that in America, in MLS, the promotion relegation. I wish we did, because there's just so much drama, and it's just, I don't know, it'd be so much fun. I enjoy that more than the stupid playoff format MLS has. It's just stupid. Yeah, never a pen. That's never a pen. There was contact in the box, but Lamier kind of sold it. Or Lima. Lima or Lamier? I think it's Lima. Yeah, the game's definitely settled. I feel like it's definitely more cautious from both teams. A little bit frantic the first 10 minutes. But it's tight. We all knew it was going to be tight. I said 1-1 game. Let me know your prediction in the chat if you have one. We got more votes in. More votes coming in. 76% are saying Leipzig, 24% saying Frankfurt. I'm Team Frankfurt. No, I saw a funny tweet. I think I saved it, of the rooting interest of teams. Oh, I don't think I did save it. I found it funny. I should have. Yeah, here we go. So someone made a funny tweet about the rooting interest for today's game in Germany, and I'm not German, so I don't know. maybe people don't like Leipzig in Germany, but let's see if I can show you guys. Hey, here we go. So this is the rooting interest in Germany. All of Germany basically wants Frankfurt to win, and Leipzig obviously want Leipzig to win, but yeah, I found that to be funny. It's kind of like I feel like the NHL playoffs or the Stanley Cup final here in America, kind of the same way. Florida Panthers, Vegas Golden Knights. I feel like everybody wants Florida to win. Underdog story. Nobody wants Vegas to win. It's kind of the same scenario here. Frankfurt are basically the Panthers, and Leipzig are basically the Golden Knights. We got a foul here. Free kick for Frankfurt. 24 minutes into the game. Oh, this is a good possession. Yeah, Mock took the last free kick. Götze is on it as well. I'd give this to Götze. Why not just smash it in near post, Götze? Götze will take it. He goes near post, and it's stabbed away by Leipzig. Albeit not very dangerous, but here comes Leipzig. Oh, it's a foul on Nkunku. That's a tough foul. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah, he kind of jumps into him. He jumps into Mac a little bit. But yeah, I just hope this this game is more entertaining than that Europa League final. Oh my goodness. I wasn't able to watch the whole game. I watched the second half and beyond. Oh my goodness. That was terrible. Probably one of the most... I made a tweet about it. It's one of the most dreadful football games I've ever witnessed. I mean, it was terrible. I think the referee, Anthony Taylor, not on point that day. Not at his best. The penalty, the handball, should have been a handball, should not have. I thought it should have been. And then you go to penalties. And I don't know who made the save. I forgot the keeper for Roma, but he made the save, and then they called him for encroachment. He was off by like a fingernail, maybe a couple inches. Made him redo it, and then they win it. I don't know. I felt a bit scammy. I'm not a big fan of like the encroachment rule. Like, I understand like you want cutthroat rules, but like for the encroachment thing, it's like, unless it's something like super egregious, there should be like, I don't know, if you're a couple inches off, like, it feels a bit harsh to call it encroachment, but rules are rules, right? It's not like for offsides they say, oh, if it was tight, let's not call offsides since you were only a fingernail or toenail offside. Offsides, and encroachment, I suppose, is encroachment. Oh, and then Jose Mourinho tossing his medal up into the crowd. Clown. What an absolute clown. I respect him as a manager, but to do that after you win second, and I've won second before, in tournaments and for hockey, and you don't do that. You don't chuck your second place medal into the crowd. It sucks. I know it sucks, but man up, be a big boy, take second place. And, don't throw a hissy fit like you did. Yeah, more votes coming in. Lots of people voting. I love it. 74 Leipzig, 26 Frankfurt. I feel like more people are picking Frankfurt. I'm picking Frankfurt in penalties. Anthony says Leipzig for the win. Also, one thing I totally forgot about. So Bayer Leverkusen in the final Bundesliga standings are in 6th place, which means they're in the Conference League. However, if RB Leipzig win the DFB Pokal, since they are already in a Champions League spot, they obviously can't be in the Europa League as well. So that means Leverkusen would qualify for the Europa League. So if you're a Bayer Leverkusen fan out there, you want to root for Leipzig. Then obviously if Frankfurt win, they'll get into the Europa League. But yeah, don't get me started about the Conference League. Do not get me started about the Conference League. You do not want to be in the Conference League. You do not want to be in that tournament. Oh yeah, I forgot the Euros are next summer in Germany. We'll for sure have to cover that next summer on the channel. Euros 2024. So yeah, once the DFB Pokal finishes, and then it's up to you guys if you want me to do that final relegation game against Stuttgart and Hamburg, we can. But yeah, that's basically it for European football, essentially, until August, when the next season starts. So we will switch gears and cover MLS for the time being. There's obviously, isn't there, UEFA, qualification for the Euros? I think there's some of those games. But, yeah, we'll switch gears and do MLS. A league that I'm definitely more of an expert in. But yeah, also, I need to shout out the Seattle Sounders. It's a double match day in Seattle because Seattle Sounders are my favorite team. One of my favorites. Here comes Frankfurt, though, in the box. They go down. No penalty. Yeah, Glasner wanted a penalty. No way. But yeah, it's Sounders, Timbers at the big rivalry game. Seattle, Portland. I think that's going on right now. I'll probably watch it tonight on the replay. And then the women's team, who is that? OL Reign and Portland Thorns are playing each other. So it's like a doubleheader. Portland-Seattle doubleheader. So sending all my good vibes to Seattle today. Portland's cool. Just not when it comes to the sports teams. But Portland's a cool place that I'd like to visit. Look out when Nkunku passes it back to the keeper. Trop. Just throw in for Frankfurt. Yeah, 32nd minute. The first maybe 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes were actually pretty exciting. Since then, it's been pretty dull in terms of the final, as expected. I should mention, if you are in America and you want to watch this game live with me, you got two options: ESPNU, ESPN Plus. Those are two options if you're in the US. So if you have cable, ESPNU, that's what I'm watching. Or if you have the, what's it called, like the Disney bundle, Hulu bundle, whatever that shit's called, you can watch it there as well. I'm impressed that they're showing this on cable in the States. That's pretty cool. Here's Frankfurt in the box. And blast switch all over that. Goes quick. What was that by blast switch? Just kicks it out of play. He wanted to go fast. Yeah, that's exactly how I play FIFA. No messing about, up the pitch, get a goal. I'm not a big possess the ball type FIFA player. Even though I've only played FIFA for like, I don't know. How long have we done our career mode? For like a month? Not even a month? But this is the first time I played it consistently in like over a year, so it's going to take time for me to get good at FIFA. I used to be pretty decent at it. But yeah, for me, the best chances so far in the first half. The only really good chance was the Timo Werner look. And then Moyala, is that how you say his name? Moyala? Moani, sorry, Kolo Moani. I knew it was like Mo something. Yeah, Moani had a good look for Frankfurt. Hit the side netting. But it's basically been a midfield battle. But if you are watching, I'm curious to know who is your favorite team, or who's your favorite European team if you're American. For me, I do like Man United. They sadly lost earlier today. They are one of the teams I do follow. I'll chuck in Dortmund as well. I like Dortmund, got a jersey. I also want to chuck in Bayern. I know that's weird, but Bayern do have a lot of guys that I do like. Like, I love Alphonso Davies. I'm a huge fan of his. Super nice guy. Love Alphonso. You also got, I love Thomas Muller, Manuel Neuer, Kimmich. Love watching Kimmich. Such a great player. I feel like I don't know, I feel like he's underappreciated a lot. I feel like he's a very, very, very good player. And then Anthony says he likes Man City for sure. Yeah, Man City trying to go for the treble. I believe the last team to do the treble was Manchester United in '99, right? If I remember correctly. I was not even born yet, but looking to do the treble. They just got to win the Champions League final. Should we do a Champions League final watch-along? That could be fun. Man City, Inter Milan. I'd be down. That's next Saturday. We could do that next Saturday. Yeah, I know that's weird that I also like Bayern, but it is what it is, right? I'm very player oriented when it comes to the teams I support versus the location, because I know people in most cases root for the team that's, closest to them in location, or it's where they live, or all that. But for me, it's always been like there's been one of my players that I like who goes to a team, and then I root for the team because the players there. That's kind of how I've always been. Oh, Wani almost got slipped through. Just throwing for Leipzig. Well, this ball's going to bounce. Cleared away by Frankfurt. Here come Frankfurt. Wani. Dipsing and doodling, but gets slide tackled. Werner goes down. There will be a free kick. No card, says the referee. Yeah, that's a good call. Didn't Timo Werner, he was at Leipzig, right? And then went to Chelsea. And then now he's back at Leipzig. So I'm assuming his stint at Chelsea did not go super well. I'm assuming. I don't watch a whole lot of the Premier League. But what a beautiful stadium. The Olympiastadion in Berlin. Beautiful. So envious. I have to visit Germany soon. Every time I see pictures of like all the cities and stadiums, I'm like, I gotta visit there. I've heard Frankfurt is actually a good city. A very nice city to visit. Cologne as well. Oh yeah, that should have been a corner. I agree, Lima. Definitely agree with Lima there. It should have been a corner. Nothing better watching football on a Saturday night in Berlin. Offsides, he is offside. But yeah, people in the chat, let me know what you guys think of this game so far. Very typical final. Just tight and not many chances. Definitely has penalties written all over it for me. Definitely penalties. The poll. We got more votes coming in. We still got 74% Leipzig, 26% St. Frankfurt. Definitely Team Frankfurt. Ooh, this might be a chance here for Leipzig. Lima, good ball in Nkunku. Shot! Oh, just wide. Glorious chance for Nkunku. But yeah, what a ball by Lima. I think the shot got blocked. Yeah, so will be a corner. First kind of dangerous set piece, or I think second dangerous set piece for Leipzig. Halstenberg gonna take it. He whips it across. And will be another corner. Yes, it will, but just on the other side. We have a Szoboszlai. This would be a big goal right before halftime. Those are always massive. They whip in the cross. Stabbed away. And Red Bull got to regroup here. Yeah, possession stats if you're curious. 61% for Leipzig, 39% for Frankfurt. Your total shots so far, 3-2 for Frankfurt. Shots on target, 1-0 for Leipzig. Interesting. So apparently there's more Frankfurt fans. They outnumber the Leipzig fans. Apparently the Frankfurt fans, this is coming from like, I don't know who said this, the coach of Leipzig or someone within Leipzig's office said that the Frankfurt fans are more experienced in terms of getting tickets for events like this. So that they know how to use Ticketmaster better, apparently. Yeah, what a pain in the ass Ticketmaster is. Pain in the frickin' behind. Especially if you're trying to go to concerts this summer. Approaching the final minute here of the first half. The referee is probably... If I was the referee, I wouldn't add on any time. I don't think there really was any stoppages to add on. There we go, I was right, and that's halftime. 45 minutes down, 45 to go at the Olympia Stadion. Beautiful aerial shots. They got cut out, but we saw it there for a second. Beautiful scene. Not so much a beautiful half. That was one of the more boring halves I've seen. Timo Werner had a good chance, though, first half. First 5 minutes. Moani, I gotta look up his name. I keep forgetting. Moani had a good look for Frankfurt. They hit the side netting. There's a good chance there late. Couple corner kicks for Leipzig, but other than that, nothing really much for either side. Shots on target, like I said, 1-0 for Leipzig. Easy day to be a goalkeeper in this game. We'll hopefully second half we'll see more offense, more scoring, because we love scoring. And maybe it's just me being a bit greedy, because the last few Bundesliga games we did, I feel like average anywhere from 3 to 5 goals were scored total. So maybe it's just me being a bit greedy. And it is a final. I came into this knowing that it's probably going to be low scoring and tight. I said that we would end up 1-1 going to penalties and Frankfurt winning. But yeah, decent half. Bit boring. I'm sure it'll pick up. The drama, it'll pick up. But yeah, so you can let me know what you think in the chat, what you thought of this first half, predictions for the second half. We will be taking a break. I was taking a break at halftime to fill the water bottle, all that stuff. Stretch the legs a little bit. Recommend you do that too. Don't sit down for long periods of time. Stretch those legs. Get some blood flow going. Drink your water. That's what I do. Anyways, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner, feel free. You don't have to. Give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying yourself. Click that bell icon that's next to the subscribe button, I think, so you get notifications when I do go live on the channel. Like I said, we do watch-alongs like this maybe once or twice a week, depending on if I have time, because I am a college student. I'm busy, have other stuff going on. Hopefully in the future, when I get older, I can do this more permanently, hopefully. But for the time being, I like to consider myself like a part-time YouTuber. I do this part-time hours. It's basically like a part-time job, the amount of hours I put into the channel. But yes, we also do gaming streams on the channel. We do FIFA, my AFC Richmond career mode. That's been so much fun to do, recreating Ted Lasso in the game. Red Dead Redemption 2, that's currently going on. We've done GTA. We have done some Fall Guys as well. All those videos, head to my YouTube homepage. You can find them there. Or if you go in the video description. Burping again, the smoothie. If you go to the video description, I've linked all the playlists there for you as well. Make sure you do follow me on Twitter. That's probably the best way to keep in contact with me, is to follow me on Twitter at Grant Akeem. My Insta and TikTok's at Grant_Akeem. If you want to get merch for the channel, we have updated merch with the new, fancy logos and designs and everything. Just some socks and a mug. I think we have a hat as well. If you're interested, it's just something fun I cooked up. Merch store, if you want to join the Discord, that's more so for you guys to interact with each other offline hours. You can talk and have fun with each other. I've been lacking on Discord. I'm trying to do better with it. And then donation page, feel free. You don't have to. Definitely not a requirement at all. But if you do want to help support the channel, you can. All proceeds will go right into the channel, making it better and whatnot. So, yes. We'll step aside for the second half. The votes, the final vote total for the first half was 74% Leipzig, 26% Frankfurt. Frankfurt not getting the love. But we'll see if that changes. Usually, whoever's winning in the second half, it usually flip-flops. So we'll see if that flip-flops in the second half. Right, we'll step aside for like 10 minutes, and we'll be back for the start of the second half. I'll speak to you then. We'll see you. Stretch the legs, get some water.
angel sent from up above. You know you make my world light up. When I was down, when I was hurt, you came to lift me up. Life is a drink and love's a drug. Oh, now I think I must be my user. When I was a river dried up, it came to rain and flood. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so angel sent from up above. I feel it coursing through my blood. Life is a drink, your life's about to make the stars come out.
Drink from me, drink from me. Pour on a symphony.
When I'm low, 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 I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so
I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm shooting across the sky. I'm shooting across the I'm shooting across the sky. I'm shooting across the I'm shooting across the sky.
I know that I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become.
It's just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, joking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I miss the bright side.
Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I miss the bright side. Do, 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 do. Players back on the pitch for the second half. Let's pray that it's way more entertaining than that first half. Let's hope, for everyone's sake. Look at all the smoke. I tell you what, I'd be so pissed off if I was sitting and all of a sudden frickin' flares are going off and I can't even see the match anymore. I'd be very pissed off. That's just me. That's probably why I don't sit with any of the ultras when I go to a football game. I always sit on the sides so I can just watch. But yeah, players back on the pitch here, lined up, ready to go, clock's ready. Sounds like we got fireworks going off as well. And what's going on? See, how are you allowed to bring fireworks and flares into a football stadium, but I can't bring my own freaking like water bottle in? Like, oh, this is too dangerous because this could be a bomb threat, but people are allowed to bring in flares and fireworks because that's legal. Ridiculous. Yeah, there's a delay of some kind here that I'm not aware of. No idea what's going on. There we go. Now we're off. Second half underway. DFB Pokal final. Leipzig, Frankfurt. Clock is perfectly synced with my clock on my TV. So you can use that to sync the stream up to the game. That's how I like to do watch-alongs. But yes, thank you so much, everybody that's tuned in. If whether that's you stopped by for a second and said this guy sucks and moved on, or if you've been here the whole day, I appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner, we're on the road to 150 on the channel, which is amazing. Let people know about the channel, just a place where we can all have a good time, watch some sports together, watch me fail at playing video games, and we can all have a good laugh and unity. That's basically, if I had to sum up my channel in one word, it's unity. Bring people together. Enough of the divisiveness bullshit that's going on in the world right now. I just want to unite people. Doesn't matter what you look like, what you believe in. None of that matters at all. Just, we're all human beings. Let's all connect and have a good time together. That's the whole reason why I got into this and why I wanted to do this. And yeah. So feel free to subscribe, tell your friends and family about it. It's a very inclusive environment. As you can tell, I'm not a football expert, just a fan who likes the game. And I coin myself a Bundesliga enthusiast. I love watching German football. I don't know, it's just fun for me. Yeah, there's fireworks galore going off right now in the stadium. Honestly, at this point, folks, there's so much smoke on the pitch, I can't even see the players. They gotta zoom in the camera so I can see the players. We had a free kick, though, for Leipzig. Yeah, oh, it is so smoky. I mean, that can't be safe to breathe in if you're a player. That cannot be safe. Here we go. They whip in the cross. Now they do. Headed away by Frankfurt. And they play it back to Blaswich. Blaswi? That's how Derek Ray said it. Derek Ray is very good at the pronunciation of these German players. Obviously, international players, I should say, because not everybody's German. There is an American, by the way, for Frankfurt on the bench, Paxton Aronson. I believe that's Brendan Aronson's brother, I think. Don't quote me. But yeah, there is an American on the bench for Frankfurt. We'll see if he can get into the game. Maybe, maybe not. Handball on Frankfurt. Oh, but yes, I did put a poll in the chat. You can let me know who you think is going to win today. Give me a score prediction as well. You can type that in. I said 1-1 draw, and it's going to penalties, where Frankfurt are winning 5-4 on penalties. You can book that to Vegas. But honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a scoreless final and we head to penalties. Yeah, I do not want a Europa League replay. I do not want to go through something like that again. And it'd be worse this time because I'm live streaming it. You know, the Europa League, when I watched that on Wednesday, I didn't live stream it, so it didn't matter. Just don't want a repeat of that. Nobody wants that. That's a good point. Frankfurt playing 3 in the back. Which I actually kind of like that. The Sounders did that for a little bit last season, 3 in the back, and then you have your right wing back and left wing back kind of push up more and put in crosses, and it works if you have, you know, speedy guys on your team. Like right wing backs, if they're fast, it works really well. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that, but obviously you kind of leave yourself exposed, like on a counter attack, because you only have 3 guys back. But yeah, I like it. Because the nice thing about that is it's very, like, adaptive. So you can have 3 in the back and then have your 2 wing backs kind of push up. And then if you need to be defensive, just have your 2 wing backs sit back. And then you have 5 in the back. So you can be more defensive. So it's a very, I think, a versatile shape. Whereas the standard 4-4-2, you're kind of stuck with it. The 4-4-2 is what we do with Richmond in my career mode on FIFA. That's really the only way you could do it with the Richmond because Danny Rojas, Jamie Tart, 2 strikers. I might dabble with the 3 in the back formation on FIFA. I think I might give that a crack. We've had a tough time on that career mode the past couple streams. Especially yesterday. That was... I feel like FIFA scripts as well. FIFA sometimes scripts games. I feel like the 2 Premier League games we played yesterday on that stream felt a bit scripted. It's like you have a 1-0 lead, they tie it in like the 80th minute, and then 92nd minute they get the winner, and it's like, whatever. Whatever, FIFA. Here's Frankfurt in the box. Oh... Players on the floor, bodies everywhere. Now we have free kick for Leipzig. Is that Klosterberg? Kloster on the pitch? Klosterman? Yeah, I think he took a knee to the groin area. Tell you what, Blastwitch has been through it. He's got a black eye and a band-aid above his eyebrow. Warrior. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody that's tuned in. I hope your day is going well. Thank you so much for taking time out of your valuable weekend and spending it with me. Very grateful for that. Love doing these watch-alongs, especially for these finals. The last final we did was the World Cup final, and that lived up to the hype. That went the distance. That was a thrilling game as well, not like this. That was a 2-2 game, and then Argentina won on penalties. But yeah, that was the last final we did, so happy to be doing another final with you guys. We will do the Champions League final next weekend, because that is on a Saturday. Right? I'm not making this up. Open up my eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. June 10th, 3 p.m. Eastern. June 10th. That's next Saturday. Yeah, we're going to do Man City Inter Milan next weekend on the channel. Don't you worry. You thought the European football streams were over last weekend when it was the last week of the Bundesliga. No, no, no. DFB-Pokal, and then we're going to do a Champions League final next weekend. That should be a really good game. Can Man City do the treble? Can Man City do the treble? If Anthony is still watching, he said he likes Man City. I bet he believes they'll do the treble. First since '99, Man United. Before my lifetime. That'll be a corner, I believe, for Frankfurt. Orban heads it away, kind of fell down awkwardly. He'll be fine. Put some dirt on it, and he'll be fine. Corner for Frankfurt, 55th minute. Nice sunset evening, Saturday evening in Berlin. Tensions high. They whip in the cross. It's in the air. It will bounce over back for Frankfurt. Near side here. Götze whips it in. And Blastwitch with the punch. Not very convincingly, but it's good enough to be a throw-in. Here's a random question. So, RB Leipzig, and I believe, isn't there a Salzburg team that also has Red Bull as the sponsor? And then the New York Red Bulls. Are all those teams owned by the same person? I would assume so, right? Because it's Red Bulls. But yeah, let's take a look at the poll. Oh, it's dropped for Leipzig, 75%. I think, wasn't it like 76 or something? I don't remember. And then 25 for Frankfurt. 25% saying Frankfurt. Remember the last time that Leipzig was in this final was last season. They beat Freiburg and on penalties. Last time Frankfurt won was 2018 when they beat Bayern 3-1. Yeah, Frankfurt's an interesting team because the first half of the season in the Bundesliga, really well. Like top of the table, near the top of the table in the Bundesliga, playing really good football. Second half of the season, they slumped. Basically slumped into 7th place in the Bundesliga. But, you know, cup team, they're a very good cup team. They do really well in it. So, you had Leipzig. They're undefeated in their last 6 games. They've won 8 of the last 9, I believe, in all competitions. Whereas Frankfurt kind of struggling into this game. I was expecting more from Leipzig since they're playing with confidence right now. Here's a ball over the top for Frankfurt, though. Good defense by Leipzig, and they'll get it out. We're seeing Frankfurt possess more of the ball here. Cross, and Blastwich is going to grab that. Any thoughts, people, about the game? Who's going to win? Are you bored yet? What are the shots? I'm very curious about the shots. I think it's got to be like... There can't be... Yeah, so shots. 3-3 are the shots. Still 1 shot on target, and that was... Look out, Frankfurt! Oh... Moani elected to pass it, and he probably should have just shot it there. But as I was saying, your shot still 3-3, and the only shot on target was Timo Werner's crap shot he had 5 minutes into the game. So, but that was good though. That was good from Frankfurt. The possession, it's 58% Leipzig, 42 for Eintracht Frankfurt. Here's Moani. Moani again, it's 1 versus 3. And he loses that battle. Lima tried to find Nkunku. It's cleared away. It's getting a bit more exciting now. And Frankfurt's going to settle it down here. Yeah, whoever's going to score, it's going to be like a scrappy, you know, one of those scrap goals. It's not going to be pretty. We're just looking for that one piece of quality in the final third. First substitute. Leipzig going to the bench. Marco Reus is going to the bench. Timo Werner is going to come off. He looks a bit injured. Apparently he has a calf injury. So Werner's coming off. Poulsen is going to come on. But yeah, Timo Werner, average game. You can see on FOTMob, what rating did they give him? There we go. 6.8. 6.8 player rating. Did alright. Didn't really notice him a bunch, honestly, besides the shot he had. But yeah, I mean, look at the player ratings, everybody. I mean, lots of 6s, which is not what you want to see from a game. Lots of 6s. Yeah, the only guys who have 7s are defenders. Got to throw in for Frankfurt. Yeah, there's so many fireworks going off. I hear like lots of loud explosions, which triggers, you know, every time I hear that kind of noise, I think of guns, because that's America at the moment. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm a big fan of these Frankfurt uniforms. They look nice. Very German national team-esque. Yeah, speaking of jerseys, Bayern Munich, when we were doing the watch-along last weekend for the Dortmund Mainz game and then Bayern Cologne, I saw the Bayern guys in like their tracksuits, and I was like, those are like the best tracksuits that I've ever seen. Like, I love it. And so I went on Adidas's website and I found those tracksuits, like the pants and the jerseys they were wearing, and I was like, I had to get it. It looked so cool. Let's see if I can show you guys. It's like the training top and then the pants. Here we go. FYI, they're having a big sale on Adidas's website, so if you want to get this for like super cheap, you can. Oh, we have a shot on goal here. Good save by Blaswich, right at him. Frankfurt definitely coming more into the game. Let's watch this corner kick first. Max taking the corner. He whips it in. Cleared away by Leipzig. Damage not done yet. Or not. The fire is not put out yet for Leipzig. Now it is. Lima for Nkunku. Oh, what a play that was by Frankfurt. By that Frankfurt defender. Another challenge. He's feeling it. The captain. Is that Rolberg? I think that's what Derek Gray said. But yeah, here we go. The Bayern Munich. That's the wrong window. This is who the rooting interest. It's not pulled up yet. Okay, let me use that window instead. Oh, I see. I tucked it away. Oh, they're having like a 50% off summer sale, Adidas. So get your Adidas products now, everybody. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Right now, I should be able to see this. Yes, look at this. I got this whole ensemble. It's coming today. I'm so excited. Does that not look sick as fuck? And that is amazing. That is sexy. I love it. If I had to say so myself. Can't wait for that to arrive today. Or what do the kids say nowadays? What's like a slang term the kids say nowadays? It's, I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. I feel like the language that kids my age speak is like foreign. I feel like a foreigner sometimes when I hear, kids in their 20s speak nowadays. Here's Leipzig and Nkunku. Just lost it in the box. It's just not there. The final third, the finishing product is not there for either team right now. The throw in for Leipzig. Approaching the 70th minute. Still 0-0. A big day for Manchester City. Big day. There's Szoboszlai, best name on the pitch right now. Szoboszlai, I love it. The lights going off. Shot block. That should be a corner, ref. And it will be. It looks like Frankfurt is going to the bench. Oliver Glasner. Go. Let's do this. There we go. The bloody lights. Rhodes coming off and Lindstrom is coming on for Frankfurt. '70th minute, Leipzig corner. Will this be the moment we get our first goal? They whip in across and dealt with well. And Trapp is going to get it for Frankfurt. So apparently the Road and Lindstrom substitution for Frankfurt is an attacking substitution. So we should see more attacking threats for Frankfurt here. But here's Nkunku in the box. His shot. Oh, it bounces in! Leipzig get the first goal of the match. A very fluky goal in Nkunku's last game for RB Leipzig. Will it be the game winner, the match winner, the DFB-Pokal winner? Less than 20 minutes remaining. Oh, that is such a fluky goal. You gotta feel for Frankfurt here. Van Nkunku onside. Makes a little run. And deflects off a Frankfurt defender and in the net. And what did I say? It was going to take a fluky goal. Some, like, just garbage time goal for a team to get on the board here. And there we go. Nothing, nothing Trapp can do. Derek Gray doing his classic ay thing. Yeah, ay, indeed, Derek. We have a goal. Fireworks are going off at the Olympia Stadion. Less than 20 minutes remaining. And if you're Frankfurt, you got to push numbers forwards. And we should see this game open up. We should see the game open up like crazy right now. Here's Nkunku again. Just whacking in a tweet here quick. Oh, in the box again. Cleared away. Will be another corner for Leipzig. There we go. I'm like a grandma when it comes to texting and tweeting and everything. It takes forever. My apologies. Here we go. Quarter for Leipzig. 75th minute. Oh, flick to the far post, and it's going to roll out for a throw-in for Leipzig. I love that Frankfurt's sponsor is Indeed. I think that's kind of ironic. Some of these guys are going to have to go on Indeed if they have a crap performance, find a new job. I've used Indeed before. Definitely have. Henriques. Schoboslai. Good defense by Frankfurt. What a tackle by Nkunku. It's another foul. He's irate about it. I thought it was a clean tackle as well. I mean, yeah, there's contact, I guess. There's a little bit of contact on the shoulder. Yeah, ever since the goal, Leipzig have definitely come to life here. Olmo for Nkunku. Olmo gets it again. It'll be a free kick for Leipzig. Lima, I looked like Lima was in, but the referee blew it back. First yellow card, Mario Götze. How old is Mario Götze? He's got to be up there in age. We got another substitution for Leipzig. Oh, he's only 31. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Kind of the same age as Thomas Müller. But yeah, I remember Mario Götze in the 2014 World Cup when he scored that goal in extra time for Germany against Argentina. Lots of substitutions here. Are they going to show me on the TV here? Or do I have to look it up myself? So for Leipzig, Haidara is coming off and Schlager is coming on. And then we'll have to see what Frankfurt have done. We have a free kick, though, for Leipzig. Oh, another shot blocked. It's in the box. And it will be a corner kick for Leipzig. For Frankfurt, Hasebe is off and Bore is on. Max is off. Lentz is on. I think those are all the subs. Szoboszlai, corner kick. Oh, headed just wide. Great cross. Just a couple feet over the net by Poulsen. Yeah, perfect timing on the jump. Leaped like a salmon, as I like to say. Yeah, one thing I'm impressed by is the amount of like fan groups in the United States. That's something that I'm very impressed by. Like I saw on Twitter, knocked into my desk here. On Twitter, I saw like there's a bunch of Frankfurt like supporter groups. Like I saw there's some in New York, which I understand in New York because basically New York City's like a melting pot of so many different cultures. But I saw there's a group in San Francisco, which surprised me a lot. It's like Frankfurt fans in San Francisco. But obviously, like Leipzig is a big club, so they got supporter groups all over the place. But it is crazy seeing the American supporter groups for these kind of smaller European clubs. It's very fascinating. That's one of the benefits of technology. Foul on Leipzig. Lima. We have some Lima and Götze one-on-one contact here. Yeah, Götze, Szoboszlai dumps Götze, and then Lima dumps him as well. Lima gets the yellow card. But yeah, we have about 9 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Can Frankfurt find the equalizer and send this to extra time? I'd be quite happy if this ended 1-0 like this. If it goes into extra time, I don't know how exciting that would be. Because this second half definitely has been a bit more exciting than the first half. Not by much, though. Not by much. The bar was set pretty low after that first half. I've definitely been disappointed by Frankfurt. They've kind of taken the foot off the gas here. Not that the foot was on the gas in the first half, but it's been mostly RB Leipzig here. Especially since they got the goal. And I actually thought Frankfurt, for the first, 10 minutes of the second half, were kind of pushing it. But then it kind of teeter-tottered back to Leipzig, and then once they got the goal, it's been all Red Bulls. But yeah, don't forget, everybody, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner, on the road to 150 on the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching. It's amazing. Like the video if you're enjoying yourself, if you're enjoying the DFB final here. Not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but you know what? That's football. It's a final. I thought it was going to be tight, and it is. If Frankfurt got a goal, I'd make it more exciting. But yeah, tell your friends and family about the channel. We do gaming streams like FIFA and Red Dead. If you want to follow me on Twitter, @GrandAkeem is the handle. That's probably the best way to keep up with what I'm doing. I'm not on Twitter a lot. I'm not on social media a bunch. And honestly, if it wasn't for me doing YouTube, I would not even be on social media because it's just so toxic. But you do what you got to do if you want to grow yourself on YouTube, so I do it. You can follow me there, and then Insta and TikTok, I post kind of highlights from all the streams there. I sometimes do that on Twitter as well. But if you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all of those links in the video description. Strobe corner. We gotta trademark that. It's a Strobe corner. And I also put a poll in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Leipzig, Frankfurt. I was Team Frankfurt. I thought they were going to win on penalties, but it looks like Leipzig's going to get the job done. The poll, 76% said Leipzig, 24% said Frankfurt. Definitely Leipzig were the favorites heading into today. They're on the winning streak. They're on a hot streak. Frankfurt kind of stumbled their way into 7th in the Bundesliga second half of the season. And I don't know, I thought Frankfurt would definitely... I feel like they have more to play for in terms of, yeah, you win the trophy, the DFB-Pokal, but also you get into the Europa League again. So I thought there's a little bit more to play for than RB Leipzig, who already qualified for the Champions League. But here we go! Oh, 2-0. And guess who it is? The man, the myth, the legend, Szoboszlai. 2-0. 86th minute. The goal was probably scored in the 85th minute, but Frankfurt, pushy numbers forward, got exposed. Exposed by Szoboszlai. They got pantsed by Szoboszlai. But yeah, trying to play out of the back, and they absolutely mess it up. Reminds me of when I play FIFA. I can never get that right, passing out of the back. But yeah, Lima and Nkunku, great vision by Nkunku, finds Szoboszlai, side netting, low left corner. Nothing Trapp can do there. 2-0. Game over. Leipzig will be DFB Pokal champions for the second year in a row. Unbelievable. I think that's the first time that's happened in quite a while. Look at Marco Royce, loving it. Yeah, ever since the Nkunku fluky goal, it's been all RB Leipzig. And here they come again. They're looking for 3. Nkunku for Szoboszlai. Lima! Szoboszlai's pass just too far ahead of Lima. Almost had 3 there. We got another substitution. I believe that's for Frankfurt. Buta has come off and Mbimbe has come on. We got a corner for Frankfurt. Another save by Blaswich. Second shot of the day for Frankfurt on target. And the cross punched away by Blaswich. And it's cleared out for a throw-in for Frankfurt. And look, for me, Frankfurt did not do enough today to win. Just didn't do anything. Yeah. Not an attacking threat at all. Yeah, they've had a couple shots on goal, but all been right at Blaswich. So, I mean, this nothing, never really endangered the back line of RB Leipzig. Basically, we're kind of on the back foot, reacting to what Leipzig were doing. Leipzig, let's be honest, was not, I don't think they would consider this one of their best performances of the season either. But they got the fluky goal, and once they got the fluky goal, the floodgates kind of opened for them, and they got the second. We'll see if they get a third here. But I think for Leipzig, they're just going to close this out in the final minute and a half or so. But have any of the finals today gone to extra time? I'm surprised. Wasn't there the Scottish final as well? Scottish Cup final. Scottish Cup final. Celtic 3, Inverness 1. And then earlier today we had... Look at that aerial shot. That's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous shot. The green lights on the stadium. Beautiful. Sunset in Berlin. Oh, yeah. Celtic won 3-1. Man City won 2-1. Leipzig going to win here 2-0, barring another goal by either team. Here come Frankfurt, though. Headed away by Leipzig. That shot goes way wide. Yeah, goal kick here. If I'm the referee, I'm adding on like 2 minutes. Szoboszlai is going to come off. Yeah, good game by Szoboszlai. He gets a round of applause for me for having a kick-ass last name as well. Love it. Szoboszlai. Kampel's going to come on. See how much time the referee adds on here. 4 minutes. I don't know where he got 4 minutes from, but we got 4 minutes left for Frankfurt to get 2 goals. Oh, and Kunku handballs it. That'll be a yellow. Yeah, Frankfurt need a miracle here. Absolute miracle. Ball will come out. Oh, learn German with Grants. We forgot to do that. That's okay. Let's review counting. Let's review counting in German. Right? We're going to count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I forgot 4 for a second, but yeah. That's how you count down from 10 in German. Cool little party trick. Impress your friends and family tonight at the dinner table. I learned how to count down from 10 from Grant. My favorite one is "fünf." What a fun word that is. "Fünf." Player down for Leipzig. They'll be fine. Probably just cramped up in his calf there. That's the worst. Cramping. Oh, I can't even describe it. It is terrible. Especially, I've had it where I've done like hip mobility work, then my hip starts cramping like crazy, and that's not fun at all. I've had my calf cramp, and then you're like those deer. Or no, what's the deer? It's like aren't there sheep that like, when they get scared, they basically faint and then just tilt down? That's basically what I'm like when my calf cramps. I'm like, oh god, I just go down and breathe through it. Now Mario Götze, rough day at the office for him. Blast switch is on it. I think the party's getting started in Berlin. It's gonna be an all-night party that we're getting into. And if you think it's all over, then the joke's on you. If you know, you know. It's an all-night party that we're getting into. If you think it's all over, then the joke is on you. The party started for Leipzig. But what a ball buster of a day for Frankfurt. Imagine queuing up to Frankfurt, from Frankfurt to Berlin. You make the drive, and you lose. But that is it. That's the final. RB Leipzig, DFB Pokal winners for the second year in a row. They beat Freiburg last season on penalties. No penalties required today. They beat Frankfurt 2-0 in normal time. And Kunku and Strobe with the goals. I'll be honest, definitely, I'd put that in terms of all the finals I've watched. Probably, if I had to rank this game out of 10, with 10 being the most exciting and 1 being that Europa League game on Wednesday, I'd put this at like a 4 or 5 for me. It wasn't until Nkunku got the goal that the game kind of picked up a bit, but overall, pretty boring final. Good job for Leipzig, though. Grind it out, beat Frankfurt. Frankfurt's not an easy team to beat. They're a good cup team. And, you know, Leipzig got the job done. Let me know in the comment section of this video or in the live chat what you thought of this game. Overall thoughts, are you happy with it? I tell you what, the majority of people in Germany probably aren't happy with this result. I feel like it was us against the world for Leipzig. Everybody wanted Frankfurt to win. But let's look at the player ratings. That's always fun to look at, right? And Nkunku is your man of the match. 8.4 rating. I agree with that. He was, I'd say Nkunku, I'd say the goal scorers. I noticed Nkunku and Szoboszlai the most out of anybody on the field. I'll be at 2-0 your final. Last look at the poll we had. Who's going to win? 77 said Leipzig. 23 said Frankfurt. I was wrong. You guys were right. I thought Frankfurt were going to win on penalties, but Leipzig get the job done. Winning 2 finals in a row is no easy feat. Look at their engraving, Leipzig in the trophy now. That's so sick. Very cool. Well, I think we'll wrap it up here. No need to stay for the trophy raising. You can all watch that on your own if you want. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. This was so much fun to do and to cover. This is probably our last German football watch-along of the season until August, so it was a pleasure covering German football with everybody. Next Saturday, we will do Champions League final, Man City, Inter Milan. That will be a great game, I hope. Hopefully better than the Europa League final. I can't wait for that. But if you are new, I'll do my spiel and go. If you are new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You don't have to, but feel free. So it's easier for you to find me, I guess, on your subscriber list. Feel free to do so. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself. Click the bell icon so you're notified when I go live. If you want to follow me on Twitter, @GrantAkeem is the handle. Best way to keep in contact with me is Twitter. @Grant_Akeem is the Insta and TikTok. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all of those links in the video description. As I said, the next stream on the channel will be next No, sorry, the next watch-along we do on the channel will be... Sorry, the Call Me Maybe. That's, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. That's like middle school vibes for me. The commercial with that song came on and I got distracted. But yeah, merch, Discord, donation, all those links in the video description. Next watch along, as I said, Champions League final, Man City, Inter Milan. I think the time was, what was the time on that? 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern start time. So we will for sure do a watch along for that game. I love it. No early morning for me. That's an afternoon game for me, thank goodness. I don't mind the early morning ones, but I'm definitely more awake and alert for these ones than the 8 a.m. games. Yeah, and the next stream on the channel will probably be on Monday. We'll do some Ted Lasso again. Hopefully we get more wins in our career mode. We've had a tough couple streams on the Ted Lasso career mode on FIFA. And then we'll do that Monday, and then we'll sprinkle in Red Dead on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Do Ted Lasso again on Thursday. Take a break on Friday, and then Champions League final watch along on Saturday. I'm getting hot in my shirt. I dressed up nice for you guys, even though it's like 80 degrees outside and 80 in my room. Sweating it out here for you guys. I'm going to take this off and probably get a workout in or something, and then have dinner. That's the rest of my day. Hopefully everyone, you have a good rest of your Saturday, have a good Sunday, have a good rest of your weekend. And I always like to end my streams by saying it's a crazy world out there, so I'm sending all my love from me to you and to everyone around the world that could use some love right now. Hope we're doing well, hope we're doing okay. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon. Congrats, Leipzig, back-to-back DFB Pokal champions, and Frankfurt, you'll get them next year. Speak to you soon, everybody.